I recently heard a report on the Today Show about how much time we in America spend on screens. The average came out to be about 4.5 hours. Now granted, that's an average, and to some people that's probably too much, but most likely for most people that's even less than they usually have that screen open to them. You know, the point is that what are we doing with our time? What are we watching? You know, with the exception of watching this on screen, it's important that we use ourselves. What are we really doing with all of our time when we could be doing the things of the gospel? You know, our Holy Father a few years ago on Good Friday asked that everyone just turn all their screens off. I don't think he realized the hysteria and the anxiety that would cause in the lives of many people. I remember a few years ago, a woman came to me and said, I gave up Facebook for Lent. So what I do now is I call my sister every night to ask what was on Facebook that day. You know, it's so typical of what we've become in this country today, so dependent on that screen, when we could be doing so many more things for the goodness of the Lord. You know, I hope that we kind of assess that ourselves, no matter how old, how young, no matter how often or how infrequent. But how much in our life does that screen take over? And more importantly, what is on that screen we're watching? And we're finding out the influence it's having on our young people is unbelievable. In fact, in that same report, it said that many of the hours spent by our teenagers are between 1 and 4 a.m. Can you imagine? No wonder they're tired. No wonder they aren't producing in school. Who are they talking to? What are they doing? All questions of this contemporary society. And I think sometimes we have to step back. Not that we have to be old-fashioned and go back to the way that things were. We'll never go back that way. But we can take better use of our time than we're doing in these times. There is so much out there that needs to be done to keep the gospel of Christ alive. Let's perhaps choose that instead.